I vote in Maryland.
I vote in Oklahoma.
I vote in New York City.
The United Kingdom.
In New Hampshire.
California.
In Louisiana.
Illinois.
In New York.
In Austin, Texas.
Michigan.
I vote in Massachusetts.
I vote in the Philippines.
I vote in the state of Tamil Nadu in India.
I vote because I care about how the decisions made by political leaders will affect me and my community and the country in general.
And I believe it's very important that we as young people take advantage of the fact that we have the right to vote. And, you know, my ancestors fought for that right, so I don't want to waste it by not exercising that.
I feel like as a democracy, one of the biggest obligations as a citizen is to vote.
Everybody's vote matters and everybody has a voice and their opinion should be heard.
I vote because I think it's valuable for the young people in our country to express their voice.
Let's talk about how you can be a voter this year. U.S. citizens 18 and over can vote, but you have to be registered to vote in order to be a voter. College students can register and vote either where they live while attending college or back home. Registration remains valid for years. So if you already registered and are still living at the same address, you're all set. If you've moved to a new address, you need to re-register. Information on how to register is at the end of this video. Different states have different deadlines to register, so be sure not to miss the deadline. There are two types of elections: primaries, where political parties select their nominees, and general elections. In some states, you must be registered in a party to vote in that party's primary. But in Massachusetts, if you are registered as an independent, you may vote in either primary. Anyone registered to vote can vote for anyone they want in the general election in early November. Even in years that the president is not elected, all 435 U.S. representatives and many state-level officials are up for re-election. About 2/3 of states will elect a senator. And in many states, voters will decide important ballot questions on issues ranging from civil liberties and the environment to working conditions and taxes. International students Google overseas voting and the name of your country if you're not sure how to vote. Many countries allow voting by mail or at your local consulate. To find your polling place, Google Find My Polling Place and the city you vote in. If you won't be able to vote in person, you will need to get an absentee ballot. Here's how that's done.
Request an absentee ballot if you're registered to vote back home, or if you're registered to vote locally but are likely to be traveling or otherwise busy on election day. See the end of this video for an easy way to get an absentee ballot. Typically, you get an absentee ballot application. Fill that in carefully and send it to your city or town hall. The city or town processes your application and, if it was filled in correctly, mails you your absentee ballot. Once you get your ballot, you vote on it. Again, carefully, and mail it back in. Your mailed ballot must be received by Election Day, so mail it well in advance. While the whole process sometimes can take under 2 weeks, try to request your absentee ballot a good month before the election to make sure your vote counts. Put a reminder on your calendar for October 2nd to apply for your absentee ballot for the November election. For the primaries, also apply a good month beforehand if possible. Check out the information at the end of this video, and this year, be a voter.